Frequent flyer flies, la 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 la. Frequent flyer is back.
What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer? Welcome back to the channel. Smash the like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, I'd like to extend the warmest welcome. We back in the building, unboxing. Bat knife on deck. Got something from RC Superstore, y'all. If you read the title, you already know what this is. We got the Jetpack Commander XL, y'all. So really excited about this guy. You guys know how I feel about these little figures that be on these little drones. And this is from Rage RC. I did have a knockoff of the original Jetpack Commander. This little guy right here. And this is not the original one. Rage RC did originate this thing, but this is a knockoff version of it. But this time we have the actual Rage RC quad. And so check it out. It says that even though this one is over 50% larger than the original one, it still has 6-axis control and all. Amazing stability, it's saying. Auto takeoff and landing, altitude hold, makes it easy to fly. It has 3 flying rates. Looking down here now, y'all, it says it has 3 flying rates. Check it out. Look at the back. It shows you everything it comes with. Looks like it comes with that same type of transmitter. Let's get into this thing. See what it looks like ourselves. Pull it out the box. We got an instructions manual in here. Let's toss that to the back there. We have a USB charging cable for the battery there. Looks like they shorted us on a prop. We only got 3 props there. These props are pretty large. Man, they really did jip us out of a prop, y'all. They only sent 3 props. Or maybe a prop is in here somewhere. Doesn't look like it. Look like we got stiff 4 prop, y'all. We got a screwdriver in there. Let's see, we're gonna use these scissors right here to open, to free up this. Oh, there's our prop right there, y'all. So they didn't stiff us after all. There's a full set of props there. And I dropped the transmitter. The transmitter looks similar, but not quite the same exact transmitter. It has the speed button here. We have the flips toggle there. We have, I don't know what this is. Is this the 3 rates or is this the turbo? This says turbo. I'm not sure if this right here, this looks like it has notches to go to all 3 rates. We have the power on and off button there. Auto takeoff and landing. These are trim buttons here. And so I'm wondering what this turbo button is. See what this turbo button is. See if we can skim through. Oh, we got some stickers. Got some stickers to put on this guy. Not sure where to put them yet. But let's see if we can skim through here and see. Command for the calibration right there. Oh, okay. To enable the turbo feature, press and hold the button on top left of the transmitter. A beep will sound and the aircraft will have an extra burst of speed. So that turbo button actually gives us a burst of speed. When the button is released, the aircraft will go back to flying at the rate set on the transmitter. Okay, so let's throw that down. Let's get this guy out of the packaging without destroying it. Let's try to do that. Let's see. Okay, we have another one of these little cables to cut under here. So I'm guessing the stickers are to decorate this guy to make him not look so plain. It looks like he's holding the controls there. You can see the original one looked like this. It had the staggered props there to act as landing gear along with his feet. But this one here has some landing gear in the back, and it also has his feet supporting. Really big props. This thing looks awesome, y'all. Can't wait to get this guy up in the air. This is the on and off. Okay, so the battery's already installed. We have a light flashing on the back. I think that's the light that they were talking about. Let's turn it back off. Okay, so I'm not sure. Not exactly sure how we get to the battery there. Okay, that's neat. So I found out how the battery is inserted. Figured it out. This thing comes back. This hatch can be pulled, and there we have a removable battery in there. So that's awesome. Has the micro low-C connection. Let's see how big this battery is. Pull it out of here. Okay, so this is a 380 milliamp hour battery. Now that's more like it. I've been seeing these batteries this size indicate that they were 500 milliamp hours, and it's just simply not true. This is more like it. We have the Rage RC label there, letting us know that this thing is 25C. Let's go take this guy up in the air for a flight. All right, y'all, so we out here with it. Out here at Squirrel Park. The Fan Man. From now on, I'm going to be calling this thing Fan Man. And for those of you who know, I am a big boxing fan. So I am known in the boxing space on YouTube somewhat. From going on panels talking boxing. But in Riddick Bowe versus Evander Holyfield Part 2, Fan Man fell in the ring. He flew and came down in the ring. Some crazy guy, and there was a big controversy over it because the guy got the crap beat out of him for landing in the ring. Nobody knew what he was going to do. Security beat the crap out of him. But this reminds me of that, the Fan Man. And so I have to say early on that this thing is a great flyer, y'all. I love this thing. I've been flying it around indoors, and I had a blast with it. It's very fast, y'all. Even though it has altitude hold, this thing is blazing fast. It has a turbo button on it as well. But I have to warn you guys that this thing might be a potential flyaway risk. This thing acts like it wants to fly away. If you have a hard crash with it and then you try to take off by lifting the throttle, a manual takeoff in other words, this thing shoots up in the air. It's done it to me many times. It flies into the ceiling, and it doesn't seem like I have any control whatsoever. So I'm just thinking that out here in the park, no ceiling there, this thing will fly away on you. So I'm really terrified of that. I gotta make sure that I use this auto takeoff button. That's the remedy, guys. This auto takeoff button seems like it recalibrates the thing or whatnot, because I think when you crash, the accelerometer is all out of whack and everything, and that's what causes it to try to fly away. But when you press this auto takeoff, auto landing button, it seems like it rethinks or recalibrates or whatnot. The props spin up and it doesn't take off right away, and when it takes off normally. So I'm saying that your best bet is to use this at all times instead of doing a manual takeoff, because this thing could fly away. I love this thing. It's a really awesome flyer. Saddens me to know that it has this little quirk with it. So I'm warning you guys, use this button all the time to take off and to land. Well, you can land it manually, but I would suggest using this to land as well, because when you use this to land, as soon as it touches down, it turns off. And so you can, it's very sensitive too, so you can catch it in your hand that way. Just use the manual takeoff button, guys. That being said, let's get this guy in the air so I can show you guys how it flies. It does flips too. Okay, let's turn this guy on. On and off button is in the back. Up, down on the left stick. So check it out, y'all. We're gonna do a manual takeoff. Push this button. So pretty decent takeoff. So we're in low rates. I actually like low rates on this guy, y'all. Check it out. This is the low rates yaw. It's really fast. And this is forward flight in low rates. Backwards flight in low rates. Side flying in low rates. The side flying isn't that great, but if you give it a little elevator or whatnot, it'll go faster for you. Check it out. This is the best of a funnel we can get in low rates. Low rates isn't bad. Can get up some speed. So there's a switch right here, three-way switch. So let's go to second rate. We're in second rate, 2 beeps. Bring fan man down. So second rate is pretty fast. Check it out. I wish this thing didn't have altitude hold, y'all. But it's definitely fast with altitude hold even. This is a funnel with it. And check it out, y'all. This thing has a turbo button here. Look at side flying on second rate. Forward flight is pretty fast. Now I'm gonna hit this turbo button and check it out. I hit the turbo button, this thing blazes along. Sheesh. Super fast. It even starts to descend. It has so much pitch when you hit the turbo button. But let's go on third rate. We're in third rate, 3 beeps on the transmitter. Side flying. Side flying is not really all that great. It's good enough though. But check it out. We can do a funnel, a nice funnel with it in third rate. This thing is blazing fast. It's like having it on turbo without hitting the turbo button. So fan man is a blast, y'all. This thing flies fast. Even though it has altitude hold, this thing rips. It has a decent yaw rate. This thing is an awesome flying, y'all. Awesome flyer. Sheesh, look how fast this thing flies, y'all. This thing is a blast. I don't know if I hit turbo button, is it gonna, yeah, it's gonna fly even faster because it descends. This is turbo. Okay, let's bring this guy down. He's starting to scare me. Fan man. Okay, let's bring it back, y'all. This thing is crazy. Let's bring it back so I can show you guys the flips. It flips in all directions. Those awesome flips. Check it out. It does do forward flips and backwards flips. So fan man does it all, y'all. It doesn't have headless mode, but I don't like headless mode. And this thing is definitely not for beginners. I would say it's not for beginners. This is for intermediate to expert flyers, I would say. This thing is blazing fast. And in low rates, I guess a beginner can get away with flying it in low rates, but it can still get a little squirrely. Let me go back to low rates. This is low rates here, so yeah, I guess a beginner can get away with flying this in low rates if you're in the open space. But indoors, this thing is still fast in low rates. You know, you're bound to be hitting walls and stuff. The props are protected and everything, but then you do have that hitting the ceiling problem that I was having if you go up on the throttle. But I guess if you just use the auto takeoff and auto landing button, you shouldn't run into any problems with that. So when you're flying it in low rates like this, and you're flying along and then you hit the turbo button, this guy pitches down and takes off. Turbo. Sheesh. How you feeling, man? Fan man. Oh, the rain is starting to come down at the same time that the sun came out though, y'all. Oh, it's trying to land on me. Yeah, it's landing. It's doing an auto land because I got full throttle up and it's not going up. Did an auto land on me. So that's a quick flight of the what's this? The Jetpack Commander XL, aka Fan Man. Pretty awesome flyer. I love this thing, y'all. Hit the subscribe to find out what I'm about to be flying next. Thanks for watching.